I feel super weird making videos about other people's art, especially if it's like corporate art that is already globally successful and I'm not really contributing to any new sets of eyeballs looking at it that weren't already. Because on the one hand, from like an outsider's perspective, it's just to waste time. It's just, I made a video where I talk about Dragon Ball because I happened to be hyperfixating on Dragon Ball for a few weeks, and so I felt like making a post about it. And then people engage with the post, and then a few weeks later, the post is no longer relevant, and so people move on from it to the next piece of disposable YouTube content. And, I'm grateful that something I made helped you get through your boring-ass workday, but, is it artistically fulfilling for me? Not really. And does that, further my narrative in any way? Does it add anything to my channel? Does it make anything more enriching or engaging about my content to you? No. So why do it? Why bother making videos about other people's content, about other media, about other pieces of art? Well, I guess for me it's just a case of I'm fucking desperate. I've become increasingly desperate over the last few months. I'm back to being unemployed because of my stupid busted ass brain. I've never actually been able to hold a day job for more than 2 years at a time. I think at most two years, yeah, 2.5. And that makes life a little difficult. So I've been trying to think of ways to engage people on YouTube a little bit more, how to grow the audience, how to get the old algorithm on my side, how to get more eyeballs on my shit and more people's money in my pocket so that I can afford to pay my damn bills. Luckily, I do have enough to pay for rent next month, but that's just because of a tax refund. That's not even because of Patreon money or whatever. And, I'm trying. I'm working my butt off here. I've been starting a lot of projects, getting a good chunk of the way done with them, and then not being able to finish them. And those are my, my more long-term, more heady, art projects, stuff that's kind of meme dysphoria. Video I made last year that was far and away my most successful and best video that I've done so far. And I still love that video, I'm very proud of it, but I did not make a single dime off of that thing. And I'd love to make more art like that, stuff that reaches people, stuff that communicates, who I am as a person and reflects something about you that helps you achieve some level of personal growth or understanding. And that's always been the goal, authenticity and creativity. Those are my fucking, pillars as far as making my art goes. And I don't know, I think up to this point the narrative of my channel has just been whatever's going on in my life. But as of last August, something happened that kind of fucked me up for a good while, and it's just been about recovery since then. I haven't been posting very much. I've just kind of been living a life of indulgence and isolation. But I'm ready to put myself back out there, and it's not just for the money, it's because, I don't know, I really do want to have, an audience that actively appreciates me and, wants to talk to me, wants to hang out, and wants to chew on some of my ideas, and, I don't know, I want to change the way that discussions about certain, I don't know, as far as fandom stuff goes on the internet, I feel I struggle really hard to find fandom spaces that are comfy and pleasant to be in. And so when I make a post about something like Dragon Ball, that's my attempt at contributing a funny, more, I don't know, casual tone to the conversation than what I see a lot of online. I'm trying to make things a little less toxic and just a bit more fun. And I don't know, I've been working on a Resident Evil video that was supposed to be a quick 15-minute thing, just like the Dragon Ball video. I was just gonna fart it out in 3 days. But it's spiraled out of control and it's become a lot longer than I intended it to be. So it's gonna take maybe a week to get done, and I don't know. I'm just freaking out a little bit, I guess. I don't want people to forget about me, because the way YouTube works in my mind is that I watch a video, and I think, well, that was fun. I move on to the next video, and the person that I was just watching completely leaves my memory until the day that the algorithm pushes another one of their videos in my feed, and I see it and I go, oh yeah, I remember that person. Yeah, their videos are good, I'll watch that. And so I have to assume it's the same exact way with everybody else on Earth. Like, they just completely forget I exist until I start posting again. And so I realized that going several months without posting a video might be pretty fucking bad for me in the long run, but, you know, I have to get my shit together. And I don't know, man. I was lost for a while, but I have, you know, I went on a trip, hung out with my friend Trixie, helped me refocus, laser in on what I need to do, what I need to get done now. And I think I know it needs to be done, and it's just, you know, last year I had stuff going on in my life. It was easy to make videos about that stuff. I haven't had anything really interesting going on in my life because for the last few months my life has just been a repeated series of failures of me trying to get back up on the horse and falling back down over and over again. It wasn't pretty. It's not something you want to see. So I guess from now on the narrative is just whatever I happen to be autistically fixated on at the moment. Whether it be Dragon Ball, Resident Evil, or fucking Soul Eater, or Metroid, or something. You know, I have a lot of special interests, and I do tend to cycle through them. But, you know, I think the kind of, like, art vlogs, like what I'm doing right now, and the kind of videos that I make, like, meme dysphoria, like, I don't think those are ever going to go away. I'm definitely going to get another one of those done. Like, I've had this one in the pipeline since September, and I just never got around to, like, finishing the script and filming it because, frankly, it's a very heady, very emotional kind of script, and I have to work through my feelings before I know what the ending is going to be. Because I'm still in the middle of this character arc, you know? Just receding into a life of, I don't know, I guess just being a hikikomori. Just being a piece of shit who sits around at home all day, not working a job, just watching anime and playing video games all the time. Figure if that's the way my life has to be, then so be it. I'm going to find a way to monetize it, you know? It's monetization or bust. So I gotta pay that rent somehow. I've got too much writing on this one, baby. Let's fucking go.